Hello and welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway for this very special Christmas edition. In fact, there we are. And unlike most Christmas editions, this is in fact being recorded really quite close to Christmas. In fact, rather closer to Christmas than it's being shown. But here we are. Should be just in time to catch Hanukkah, I'm told, which is good because Hanukkah is, of course, the Hebrew for Channel 4. So here we are improvising on the night after Boxing Day. We have, first of all, Greg Proops, who is from the west coast of America, then Josie Lawrence of the Comedy Store Players from the West Midlands of England, then the comedian named after possibly the dullest bit of West London, Paul Merton. He's also the man behind many of Julian Clary's stickiest moments, and then someone who must be one of the best Danish comedians working in England at the moment, Sandi Toksvig. And Tony Slattery, let's face it, is not one of the best Danish comedians working in England at the moment. And finally, in this monster six-person lineup, we have the man who is Father Christmas, Mr. Holly, the three wise men, and several Christmas puddings rolled into one, Mike McShane. Right. Those are the contestants, and we start the show with a game of authors featuring Greg, Sandi, Tony, and Mike. If you'd like to step forward, please. And as you know, this game, the contestants come along with the name of an author in mind, and they're going to tell a story in that author's style. So, Greg, which author have you gone for?
I've chosen C. Clement Moore.
Oh, right. He wrote the Night Before Christmas.
Yes.
Yes, well, very well known in America. And Sandi.
I thought I'd do Jane Asher's Book of Party Cakes.
Right, yes. Just to keep the cultural level high. Tony Slattery.
In the style of a child's letter to Santa.
Very very sweet. And Mike?
Robert Heinlein, a recently deceased science fiction author.
Yes, you're doing it, writing as he was when he was alive, isn't it? Not that it matters as a science fiction author. Now, can we have the title of this story for them to tell? It's just, it could be Christmassy, it doesn't have to be Christmassy.
Santa gets lost.
Santa gets lost. That's Christmassy enough, I suppose. Can we have a bit more plot in that? That might be Santa gets lost where?
On the London Underground.
On the London Underground, right. Make it easy for you, Greg. Start off, Santa gets lost on the London Underground. I'll buzz when we've got the idea of your section and move on. Where you go.
'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Almost Christmas Day, and Santa was lost on the London subway. The tube was all roaring toward Old Acton town, and Santa was knackered because he didn't know where he was around.
Actually, you can make a super Santa's knockered cake yourself. Now, all you're going to need is a lot of fondant icing and a tremendous amount of space in the kitchen. It helps, of course, to be immensely wealthy and have a kitchen rather like I've got. But it can be done in a kitchenette with a small Swiss roll and a large bowl.
Dear Santa, don't bring me a large bowl like you brought me last year, you fat git, because I specifically wrote to you and said I wanted a Masters of the Universe torpedo with batteries in it, but my sister disappeared with it into her bedroom.
Yes, his sister disappeared into the underground sex club of Rigel 5, where millions of reindeer had packed themselves down on the subway for a quick and hurried ride to the Grot Club, where Santa was going to deliver a big package of roast beef, because he knew that's what the Marsons liked. The reindeers rubbed their antlers in glee, chuckling, because they weren't ordinary reindeers. These were reindeers from Venus. Venusian reindeers had one thing on their mind: unsafe sex and bad hygiene.
Greg?
Yes, the reindeers were randy. They wanted a bonk. And so they knocked Santa down and started to tronk. They did.
Of course, you can get a very good quick effect by just 2 large balls of marzipan and a Yule log.
And I want a Yule log, and I want one of those Tiny Tears doll who dumps in her pants.
That was the one thing they were afraid of, the reindeers. They couldn't give antler rot to tiny dolls that dumped in their pants.
Thank you. Let's end that there, please. Thank you very much. Well, I think that's worth 5 points each, with a bonus for taste to nobody. So now let's move on to a game called Film and Theatre Styles. This is going to feature Josie and Paul. I'm going to give them a little scene in a moment. We want some different film theatre styles, as you probably know if you've been to these recordings before. Got any film style? Hitchcock, yes.
Carry on.
Thank you. Oh, yes, I always say that.
Pantomime. Farm.
Pantomime, yes. Disaster movie. We've never had that before, ever, I don't think. Any more? Science fiction. Right. Okay, so your scene is Paul. You're a carol singer, and you're arriving at somebody's house. Okay, just do it any old style, and then
Just do it any old style.
any old style. Then I'll cut in with some as we get to them.
Okay. Good King's Wenceslas, give us your money! Good King Wenceslas!
Look, why don't you... Roger.
Helen!
What are you doing here?
What, I'm just earning some money for
Earning
Christmas.
some money, but you were the richest boyfriend I ever had.
Hitchcock.
Yes, I did say I had a lot of money, didn't I?
Come in, come in. It's cold outside, and
right.
I've only got a towel on. I'm taking a shower, you see.
Okay, shall I close it? Hang on. There's a lot of crows outside in your garden.
Yes, aren't there? Go away!
If you look through the rear window...
Oh, after the bell, if it doesn't count.
Oh, okay, come up here and do it yourself then. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go and I'll piss off and I'll go home. No, if you don't like rear window, sod it.
Can you manage to do a bit of pantomime, Paul, while you're in this good humour?
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, Buttons! The ugly
Oh, I'm
sisters
sorry.
gone off to the ball.
Have they?
Yes. And I'm left here to clean out the cinders.
Oh, well, that's awful. They've gone to the ball and left you... What?
They've gone to the ball and left
Look,
me on
you see that mouse scurrying down there?
Yes?
Well,
Science fiction.
if you put a magic spell on that mouse,
Yes?
it will turn into Giles... It'll turn... It'll turn into a man with a nice smile on his face. What's... Oh, my God, what's that? What? Helen, what is it? Helen,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
This makeup's having a bit of an allergy on my skin.
Let's end on disaster.
Mind you, a face like that, I mean, you're lucky that anyone invites you out, really.
Roger, don't say that. Oh, what's all that water coming out of the bathroom? I left the shower on.
Oh, no, you have to shower on.
Oh, what are we going to...
Oh, the earthquake is coming. Oh, no, not an earthquake at Christmas time. Look out for the giant bat.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. And there. Yes. Righty-ho. Okay. Right. That's worth 19 points each. Unfortunately, only getting 17.